I'm fine, can't complain.
Right. I can complain. It's a hot day.
No, it's not. It's not that
It
hot.
is hot. It's hot as hell.
Yeah, it'll be all right though. Summer over already.
Not where I'm at.
Cool, cool. So what you do today, man? You ready for this, or you just hanging out?
I don't. I'm not big on the social media thing, so that's why I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and let someone ask me. You know, let you promote yourself at the same time because I'm not good at this stuff. Like I don't do the internet much.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I do a little here and there. Been, live streaming, doing other things like that for a few years. So I'm
Yeah.
familiar with, having people on the show speaking their side. Sometimes you just need somebody to push you along. I know you got everything's already inside. You just got to get it out there, you know.
Right. And I know everyone's been wanting to know like a lot. Everyone's been asking me a lot. So I guess you can be their voice. And, it's on live anyway. So anyone that wants to know anything, they can just go ahead and
Right. You guys got any questions? Feel free, put them in the chat with if it's relevant and not crazy. We'll probably read it.
right.
Yeah. So for those who don't know me, my name is 65 Mirror. I'm a live streamer on the Tagged app. I use Patreon and YouTube. So if you guys are interested in doing, some promotion, if you want to jump on a podcast or anything like that, feel free to hit me up. We're here with one of the stars from the upcoming show with Blueface and his family. If you guys know who she is, you've seen several clips and I mean, just outbursts and live videos about some of the things that have been going on between her and Blueface's mother and also Dre. So we're here to uncover some of the things and get her side of it and also help other people to understand what's going on behind the scenes because we only see so much, so we don't get the full scope of what's going on. We only see what the camera lets us see. So when we get a chance to hear from the horse's mouth, that's always good. So obviously you've been a part of the family for a few years. You would say how long have you known everybody?
Um, you know what? It has been a few years now. Time flies. Time really does fly. That's crazy. But yeah, we it's crazy how we actually met because we're neighbors. So ever since, we bumped into each other, we've been like real close for a while.
Okay, so you say you guys are neighbors, like
Yeah.
we talking like two down the block, can I see you from my window, like
12 steps away, like 20 steps away, like we're neighbors. Like, we're real close. Like, and that's another reason why it's like I don't want to do too much, like, cause we're neighbors. Like, we can't get
hey,
too messy.
I
Like that.
mean that's a lot right there. Just being able like to be
Just
like a couple footsteps away from somebody, that's already kind of like a little interesting. Hold on, somebody called me. But pretty much, would you say like leading up to the video where we seen you pushing Dre into the water before that even happened, was there anything going on?
yeah, I had my history with him, and he was just a complicated person. He's just complicated. But we're friends. That's my dog. Like, we're we're good. He knows that he can call me at any time if he ever needed me. Like, that's really my friend. Like, I really got a lot of love for him. So I know it looks like I was a little like crazy, but at the same time, like when you're doing a reality show, it's like it's expected of you to be a little more extra. And I was like, I took the opportunity opportunity because they were like, you know, we're gonna let you guys have a discussion, and I was like, okay. And I was looking at the lake, and I was like, you know what? This might be some funny shit. Like, this might be real funny if I push him in this lake when he thinks he's like, you know, he was all suited up, like suited in
I know. I
boots.
mean, I gotta admit that was a cold move. That was a cold move. You talking about? Oh man, cause like you look handsome today, and then boom, you just push him. You could tell he was off guard because the way he yelled, it was like like you know, that was kind of wild.
I
But
kind of feel expecting it though. I feel like he expected that. He expected that.
in that statement, right when you guys were talking, it was like we're both single, right? But when you look at like, all right, you said you're single, he's single, you stated that you guys aren't doing single stuff, right? But then you just said right now this like we're cool, we could talk about anything. So it's like what is the status? Like, you know, what are you friends with benefits?
That was my. Huh?
So pretty much you elaborate on pretty much what you're saying single, but you guys
It was
do.
complicated.
Yeah, like complicated, but uncomplicated a little bit for us.
But it didn't have to be complicated because you know he did let me know in the beginning, like he let me know how where his head was at, and you know it's just certain actions that didn't match with that I just couldn't, you know, I couldn't rock with, and you know
Right.
I got the opportunity to let it out on the camera. You know, they were like, just let it out. Just let it out. And I was like, well,
I mean, that's pretty much what you did. But for what was a little thing that I didn't understand was when you pushed him, his mom was kind of like, you know, she wasn't that far away, and she was just standing there.
He asked her why she didn't do anything about it, and she said because she wasn't trying to get Krishan again. She didn't been there and done that, and it wasn't gonna happen again. Like she already got kicked in the head. She's not getting kicked in the head again. But
Have
she knows.
you haven't been physical? You guys haven't been physical with each other, have you?
No, I would never. That's the thing is with her. Even though we have like our disagreements or whatever we're going through, I still have a lot of love for Dre and for Callie. So I would never let it get to that far. And that's why I just blocked her and just washed my hands with it, because I was like, you know what? The Aquarius in me, and she knows because her son Blueface is an Aquarius. She should already know how I rock. She should already know that I'm never gonna come to you and be like, oh, I'm sorry for that. Like, she should know that. Like, first of all, my problem with that was she didn't speak to me before she went on live and started talking about me. And there's a few things about that too that I want to address, but
Yeah.
I felt
We're gonna get there because we're trying to put the pieces together, because right now there's a gap. There's like, all right, we seen the video you pushing her son in the water, right?
Yeah.
She didn't do anything. All right, she didn't do nothing, and she said she didn't want to get involved, whatever. But literally the next day, there's a video about her saying that pretty much like, you guys aren't cool, you shouldn't have did that, her son has multiple females, and you should already know what's going on. They gave you the opportunity to go and hang out with them, and then it just jumps all over the place. And then I've also seen something saying that you quit. So like, right, it's kind of just, you know, everything's everywhere, you know, it's in between. We're in between videos. We need to know what's going on in between that. So after the video of you pushing him in the water, her not doing anything, what happened after that?
After the video, we were cool. Like we laughed it off, you know, because normally, I promise, I would have never done that. And I think they knew that because I would have been too scared. Like, I knew damn well if I was to do that without them cameras, he probably would have chased me down the street. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this moment while these cameras are on, and I'm going to push him in. I'm going to push him in.
I mean, camera or not, like, you getting pushed in the water is obviously gonna upset you. And for you to do that, you had to feel some kind of emotion in that exact moment. So, like, I know it was like an opportunity to just do something, but what were you actually feeling when did you feel like he denied you in your face? Like, what were you thinking
Yeah,
about that?
felt like I just felt played with, and I said that I felt like, I mean, I kind of like a doormat, you know, like just a doormat, and I'm not a doormat, like, and I definitely don't like claim anybody that is, you know, not mine, like, especially if they're dealing with somebody else, like that's not mine, like just dead that right there, like, but that is my friend, like he's been my friend for a while, so
All right,
it's
y'all single, but y'all doing grown up stuff. So, right. I would feel like you couldn't really push him in the water based off of that, but
that
it's something else there that you can say it. It's all right. It's something else there. You was feeling betrayed, played with.
I did. I felt I felt like he was doing things to like. I low key felt like it was a setup situation. Like we're gonna set this up. Like we're gonna bring in this other girl, and we're gonna tick Selena off, and Selena's gonna flip the fuck out, and she's gonna like, you know. I felt like it was a setup situation, and I tried not to feel that way, but I just it was just
You had the opportunity to go to the party, and
the part that
you weren't feeling like going, and he decided to take somebody else here as artist, Alexis, right, or Alexa. um so he decided to take her instead of you, and then did that create conflict? Did you feel like, oh, I should have went instead of him taking somebody else, or did you think he was going to go by himself?
okay. So about that night, okay, so we found out about that party 2 days before the before she invited me. When she invited me, I was about 2 hours away from home. No, I was probably 20 minutes. I think I was like 20 minutes away from home, and she texted me and she said, "You're going, right?" And I was like, well, I didn't know I was, going, but I was low key feeling like, why didn't you tell me yesterday? So I could have been like more prepared. I could have been more ready. Like I've been working. Like it's, I don't know. Like it's a late notice. That's kind of weird. Like usually she would be like, hey, this party, like, come on, let's go. So I was like, what's the holdup? Like maybe she invited the other girl. I was thinking in my head, maybe she invited
So
her. But I
you
was
were
like,
already 2 hours away when you got the message.
no, I think I was about 20 minutes from home. I was about 20 minutes from home. I was thinking about the duration of the drive that I just did because I was driving 2 hours from San Diego to where I'm at now.
Okay.
So, but she told me when I was like almost home, and the party was supposed to start in like 4 or 5 hours. So I was like, what? See, look, and she, when I'm on my way home, and I'm like, okay, why is she asking me now all of a sudden? I'm like, maybe the girl didn't, maybe she didn't invite her, or maybe like she's trying to find someone to just go with. So, and then I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll go. And then I end up going over to do her makeup for the night. And I let her know, like, I was a little tired. Like, I didn't really want to go. I wasn't really ready. Like, there's going to be more parties. Like, I can, you know,
As
that.
Mama Blue says in the comments that you have a man already. Is there any realness to that? If you have a man already, you shouldn't really be worried about her son. I mean, you both stated you were single, so or
No, I wouldn't say I have a man. I mean, I'm dating someone. I am, yes. I'm dating someone. Let me finish what I was talking about, though. Okay,
go,
let me finish the story.
go ahead.
She's messing up my train of thought. Okay, so I let her know, like, I was too tired to go. I wasn't really feeling it tonight. And normally, like, with how she is, just what she said in the comments with how she is. She would say like, girl, you better get ready. You need to go and you need to do this and you need to get yourself ready so you can do this. And I'm like, she didn't do that this time. So why didn't she do that? That didn't make sense to me. So I was like, okay, maybe it's but her inviting me with the other girl there too, I was like, is it a setup? Like, is she trying to set me up, or is she trying to make it look like a weird situation or put us in a weird situation by inviting both of us? Like, I didn't know what she was doing. I really didn't know. I couldn't trust it. So when I saw her like sneak her in the little video, I was like, oh, she fucking brought the girl. Like, I knew it. I knew she brought the fucking girl. That's why she wasn't tripping about me coming. But she says she didn't know, but whatever. But
would it have been an issue for you to be there and the girl to be there also? I mean, if it's in fact his artist,
I feel like it would have been okay. It would have been okay because we're not together. Like, and like I said, I'm dating someone else. Like, it would have been okay, but I felt like it was a setup situation to look weird, to look like, for entertainment. So you guys can look at us like, oh, look at, she's a third wheel, or I didn't know what the fuck to expect. So I was like, you know what? It's the energy is too weird. Too many weird things are going on. I'm just gonna fucking block them. So I blocked both of them. I didn't just block her. I blocked both of them. But
all right, yeah. So you felt like it was a
I
setup.
felt like it was a setup. And then I unblocked them. I unblocked them in the morning because to me, like, I don't ever want to approach anyone when I'm emotional. And I don't mean like crybaby emotional. I'm just talking about like if I'm feeling some type of way, I'm not gonna want to approach you at that moment because I'm not going there. Like, that's not where I'm at in my life right now. Like, that's the old me. That shit is dead and gone. I'm not going there. I have a daughter now. Like, I have someone to that's gonna look up to me, and all that fighting shit and all that extra, like, that's just not me. So hold on. He was the only one being weird. Let her call it. But but the mama she's known for doing that. She did the same thing with like Krishan and Jaden. She was hanging out with one and hanging out with another. Like, I didn't know what the fuck to trust. I didn't know what to trust, what was for TV, what for, it's just, it was too much.
Do you want to add moms in so we can hear her part?
That was none of
if you can.
It was the one. Carlissa, you want to go live? Add Carlissa on the live. She said that's not.
Because to be honest, I want to hear both, because from your point of view, I can understand like, all right, well, if your feelings aren't involved like that with him, then I would understand. Like, all right, y'all both single, you talking to somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's another thing. Like, the show is like kind of messing up with, like, damn. I didn't really want to be on the show, and then she kept trying to catch me like in moments. Oh, that's another thing. The shoes. Let's talk about the shoes. Let's talk about the mother. I don't know if I can cuss outside, but let's talk about the shoes. That day I came to work, and she always tells me, "Oh, come ready, come ready." And I was like, "Okay, well, I'm coming as a makeup artist, so I'll come dressed as a makeup artist, and like, I'm a chill. If I'm doing makeup, I don't want to be. I'm not putting on no fucking heels. I'm not putting no heels on if I'm standing there to do everyone's makeup, and then I got to do my makeup too. Like, I'm not standing there in heels doing makeup. So I came in my tennis shoes, and I usually come in my Crocs. So it's good that I even had my tennis shoes, because I wasn't planning on being in no picture. She's the one that told me, come get in the picture. Let's get a picture of the whole cast, of the whole team. The only people that weren't in the picture was the camera people.
Did you feel like did you not want to be in the picture, or did you care what kind of shoes you had on?
I was like, you know what? This is my team right now. That was my team right now. So even if I had the shoes on, I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and take the picture and get it over with. And plus, that's good for my portfolio to put in my stuff. Like, that's evidence that it was my shit. That's evidence that I did that. So, it was just, I didn't hop in no picture. I was trying to hop in no picture. I would never do that. But she said I hopped in her live, or I hopped on her picture, and I'm like, you invited me. Like, that shit was just off to
Yeah.
me.
I seen I mean, I've seen the picture. Everybody's seen the picture. It's not like a real noticeable, like, oh, bam, white shoes, you
It was
know.
noticeable because, like, everyone else had on heels. Like, every other woman in the picture had on heels. So, you know, it was like, damn, like, I didn't get no heels. Like, and then I felt like she told everyone to come in formal wear except for me. Even if she tells me, oh, you got to stay ready, keep a few club outfits in there, whatever. But formal wear, like, I'm not gonna keep formal wear in my car. Like, that's
You just worked right
I
now,
just
you know. So
worked.
hey,
I'm tired. I don't even care
at,
for that. Like,
at the end
and
of
if
the
I'm
day,
gonna,
people understand that you're the artist, right?
I'm
So
the
we can't
artist.
expect you to
I'm
be
not there to look.
on the
I'm not
cover with
there.
a ball. Yeah,
I was
we don't expect you to have
supposed
a
to.
ball dress on.
I was supposed to be like behind all of that, like behind the scenes of that kind of stuff. But you know, I was involved with the family. Like, we
Would you have rather not been in the
damn near
picture then?
family.
Now that you see everything that's going on, would you rather not be in the picture?
No, you know what? I love pictures. Pictures are memories, and that is still a good memory. We still had a great day, so I wouldn't take that back. But you know, it is what it is. It
Okay,
is what it is.
that's cool.
CC, you
Um,
missed the photo. I'll have to put it back up on my page so you can see what I'm talking about, CC.
yeah, guys, go ahead, check it out. It's floating
I'm
around
surprised she
somewhere.
doesn't know about it yet. She does all the Zeus interviews.
Oh, it's new.
Yeah,
It's new.
right. That's what I'm saying. I'm not bringing no heels if I'm gonna be running around doing touch ups and stuff like I'm not putting on no damn heels. Like, I'm a mom. That hurts. My feet hurt. I'm not out in the club every night. I'm not used to that life.
All right. Well, do you think we'll see any other content with you and Dre after this? Now that we got out that you're dealing with somebody, he's young, out dealing
He's
with who he
dealing with
wants to deal
me.
with, you
He's,
know. So are
he's
we
dealing
gonna
with
see
me real
more of
good.
you two going at it on camera?
No, I don't have no beef with him. I got nothing but love for him. I hope he does get what he wants. And like I said, he can call me anytime. Like, that's my friend. That's really my friend. Like, I have love for him. I have a lot of respect for him. I've like It's just the pain that I've seen him go through and the pain that I know that he's been through. It just like it hits me on another level. So I would never do anything to try to hurt him or to try to like jab at him, or that's just not
Like
my
some of
doing.
the recent posts like he's made like sound like a crying out and just putting it all out there. Have you talked about some of that stuff? Like some of the allegations put out there recently.
Did he?
Hey, I know you've been seeing stuff,
I
like
haven't
how
been
these.
seeing. I haven't. He'll block me and then unblock me
Oh,
and then
okay.
block me.
He made a post recently about him learning how to eat cat at a young age. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see
Did you guys talk about that?
that. Me and him talked about it, but that's definitely I'm gonna leave that to him. Like, that's his story. Whatever happened with that, like, that's his story, and I can't speak on that part. Like, let him
Yeah.
tell whatever happened. Whatever happened, that's for him to tell. That's
Okay.
not for me.
Yeah, I just wanted to know because since you guys are close, like, was he able to talk to you about that? You'd be feel
Yeah.
comfortable talking to somebody that he's been around a long time.
Yeah.
You know, so
He,
um,
he
um
knows. But
are you gonna, if it's brought up, are you gonna address the girl if she tries to say something
what's that?
like the one that was in the video with Clarissa?
Alexis?
Yeah, if she says something to you, are you gonna address that?
That girl, I feel like she was brought into this not knowing really what was going on. So I really can't even blame her, honestly. I really can't. And plus, I really don't know if they're messing around like that. And at the same time, we're not together. So who the fuck would I be to say, oh, you can't mess with her? I just say, don't do it in my face. Like, if you're gonna mess with her, don't bring us in the same room and have us like kumbaya, like we giving each other hugs. Bye, like, oh, bye, girl. Like, don't have me in the same room with her, giving her no hugs and stuff like that. If that's the case, like, or at least let me know so I know what I'm getting myself into. Like, at least let me know so I'm not blinded. So it's not like a sneaky kind of thing. Like, I felt like it was a little sneaky there. So
Probably,
no.
I mean, it was his artist. They brought the artist out. If we go to a party and you get invited,
Yeah.
anybody that goes with somebody to a party, you're automatically considered their date. It could be your brother, it could be your
Yeah.
mom,
Yeah.
So, she's going as a date. She could have been taken there for promotion or something like that. If you both would have been there, I mean, I don't know if he would have been like, oh, this is my well, he would have introduced both of you, one you as his friend and the other girl as his artist, so like I don't feel like that would have been too crazy, but at the same time, just to show up and she would have been there. If you would have went, she probably wouldn't have been there. So
That's why I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'll never know if he invited her on the low, knowing that she invited me to go to make it awkward. I don't know if they invited her after me. I really don't know. I really don't know. I'll never know.
okay, so I'm sorry, I'm probably pronouncing her name wrong. Carlissa,
No, you got it right.
Okay, she was like saying like, let's keep it real, let's be real. That's why I named it Let's Be Real. Let's keep it real. Like there's something more going on between you guys, and I don't know if you really touched on it exactly. And I don't know, for me being from the West Coast, just like you are, when somebody be like, you weird, you a weirdo, like it kind of like strikes a nerve.
That's
So
why she got that's
like, yeah, so I mean, she's not. I mean, on her side, she's saying it for a reason. So, like,
yeah.
what do you think? What do you think the beef is like on that side? Because right, you pushing her son in the water, that was y'all issue.
She's saying that because she knows that I'm dating. She knows I'm talking to someone else. She knows I've moved on basically from that situation. So she was like, "Why? How you gonna be mad at me?" Like, but it wasn't the him going on a date that was upsetting me. It was the sneakiness around me, or the sneakiness around it, that made me upset. That's what was like, I can't fuck with that. Like,
Do you think that now, like since she knows that you're talking to somebody else, that she's just gonna try to push you out the picture and push women on her son, or not even push women on them, just make it like go around you?
She been pushing them on him. Okay, she been talking about she's gonna get this show with all the little love. She wants to bring For the Love of Dre. Like, she wanted to do For the Love of Dre thing, and she's tough though. Like, she's like emotionless sometimes. Like, she knows how to put her emotions like behind her and get to shit. Like, she'll tell me all the time, like, girl, you don't need to be worried about that. You need to be doing this, and you need to be doing that. Like, fuck them, fuck her, fuck him. Like, she'll do all of that. That sneaky Carlissa, because I did not know. I didn't know if she was invited too. I didn't know if it was a setup, like y'all wanted to catch something on camera. I did not know. I didn't know if you wanted to try to make me look stupid. Like, I had no idea. So I was like, you know what?
So did you actually quit then? Because I seen Carlissa said you quit.
I never said first of all, I just blocked him. But I mean, that is a quit. Like, I was just done with the extra. Like, it's just too much going on.
Yeah.
Like, it's too much.
So when that video hurt your feelings of her calling you weird and everything, is that why you blocked her?
I blocked her before that. That's why she called me weird, because I blocked her.
Okay.
So
all right. So
like,
are we
gonna be mad at me because he took her to whatever date? Because to her, she says that she didn't know that she was going. So, but on the show, she said that she knew that she was going. The show, whatever episode that she just put out, she said that she knew that she was going. So, which is it? Like, did you know or did you not know? Did you
What's your
find out
status
while you
now,
were in the
though? So,
car?
you still the makeup artist, or are you done? What do?
No, I need to. I need. That's another thing. Like, we need to get paid. We need to get paid. We need to get paid. I'm not lying about anything. I'm not lying.
All right, so you out here working for free, or is it just for the
No,
promotion?
sometimes she would pay me sometimes, and then other times she'd be like, okay, I'm gonna like throw you a tip or whatever. Which is like, to her, she's like, oh, well, you're getting promotional. This is promotional purposes, anyways. Like, you're getting free promo, so we might as well trade promo with makeup. And that can't be an all the time thing, though. Like, we can't. That can't be an all the time thing. Like, come on now. Even my best friend pays me, and I tell my best friend not to pay me, and she'll still pay me.
All right, so from right here moving forward, you're no longer doing makeup because you're not getting paid.
You know, and
Or
it's
is
just,
when you get paid, are you going to continue?
I just need to clear my energy right now. I just need my space cleared right now. I need a moment to myself because I got to get my head right with all of this. Like, I'm not used to this. I don't do reality shows. Like, I don't do this. This is not my life. I'm not used to it at all. Like, if you want to come and get some makeup done, like, if you want to book me, we could. I'm your girl, but like, I'm really not built for this. Hey, Lay.
All right,
We
so
got Lay in the building. Yes, I don't. I don't put a price on my friends. Like, you could ask any of my friends that. I do not. If any of my friends ask me how much do you charge for makeup, I'll tell you how much I charge, but I'm not gonna tell you like, oh, you have to pay me. Like, I'm not gonna do that. But like, I would feel like as a friend, if I'm doing your makeup all the time, you would at least throw me a little something sometimes, especially when you're inviting a girl on a show that you barely even knew and you're paying her to be on the show. Like, why not pay me? I'm actually helping. I've been walking around brainstorming with you and Dre for the past year. Like,
right.
I would think that I would
It's a
be a
lot.
part of
It's a
that.
lot going on for you right now. So, this is your moment. She's right here. Release what you need to say to her, while you have her right here, and you have a lot of stuff built up, a lot of emotion built up. So why not tell her since she's right here? Just what you're feeling for sure. If you after just just like respond to